But I've been in Provo for a couple of years now, but I'm like still trying to get used to it, you know? It's like different for me. Like this is the first time in my life I've ever lived around like a ton of Mormons. You know, it is not like it's bad, but it's different, you know? Like, for example, better than sex cake used to taste so much better back home. And I'm like, this guy hands me better than sex cake. And I'm like, do you have the authority to make that claim? Because it tastes an awful lot like better than holding hands cake. You got some better than Nickmo cake back there? This isn't doing anything. Another weird thing about Provo is that people do not lock their stuff up. And it's like bikes, cars, houses, nothing. I mean, like you guys have like a jar of money just sitting outside that no one is watching. It's just like, it freaks me out. What is the matter with you people? Are there no thieves where you come from? You know, and it's like, what's worse is when people are like shocked when their stuff gets jacked, you know? And they're just like, I can't believe it! My bike was stolen! How could this happen? Well, I mean, you did leave it outside, unchained, for all of fall semester. What part of this is unbelievable to you, you know? It's like the next door down. So that's the one. Yeah. We're still gonna go. And it's just like when my wife is like, oh, I can't believe I got another parking ticket. I'm like, well, were you at 30-minute parking? Yeah. Were you there for 3.5 hours? Yeah. Then where is the source of your confusion? I mean, like, that's how it works. You leave stuff outside and it's gonna get stolen. That's the way it is. I mean, I worry about you guys. I mean, like, should the Gadiaton robbers ever rise again, they would wipe this town clean, you know? Like, what happens when you guys go on to, like, other cities and things, you know, like, real places, you know? And so, like, I mean, I personally don't believe in stealing, but I do believe in teaching people valuable life lessons. So like, if I see something lying around, I'm like, you'll thank me later. Listen, it's either your huffy now or your baby later, okay? People steal babies in some places. It happens, you know? Some rough neighborhoods. Another thing I don't get is hunting. I mean, like, I get hunting. Like, you like shooting living things. Who doesn't? I mean, I get that. I don't get when like people want to brag to me about their hunting. They're like, hey man, the other weekend, I bagged me a 9-point elk. Well, I should hope you did. You only had the last 6,000 years of human evolution combined with the last 800 years of gunsmithing. Not to mention camouflage, odorless deodorant, and the general element of surprise, you know? I'd be shocked if you didn't kill something. It's a lot like saying, hey man, did you hear? I beat up Derek yesterday. You beat up Derek? Derek's humongous. How did you do it? Well, I hid myself in a bush outside of his house. And when he came out to get his paper, boom! Shot him in the throat. Yeah. Yeah, you should have seen, couldn't even take a step. He just hit the pavement, you know what I'm saying? Did someone call 911? Yeah, I'm probably going to prison. Good times. I mean, like, if you had engaged in, like, hand-to-hand combat with that animal, like, that would be an impressive story, you know? So, man, I was out hunting the other weekend, and this deer would not stop hitting on my girlfriend. And I was like, you better get out of here, deer. And he was like, yeah, why don't you make me? So I punched that deer in the face. And I was like, yeah, what's up now, doe? Nuck if you buck, Bambi. Yo, I heard your mom was so disappointed in you, she shot herself. Guys, if I ever have to like talk trash to a deer, like I'm like already set. I already have all of my material if I ever get into a verbal confrontation with a deer. Speaking of animals that deserve to get punched in the face, does anyone else think those Chick-fil-A cows are jerks? I mean, I'm sick of them. Like, we get it, okay? Like, you don't want to get eaten. I don't want to get robbed, but I don't paint giant signs on my house and say, rob my neighbor's house instead, you know? But if I did, I would spell them correctly, okay? I refuse to believe that at this point in your advertising career you haven't heard of spell check, alright? It was cute at first, but now it's just annoying. Thank you. Shoot, where's it going? Oh man, I saw this commercial the other day, and it said, great news for Christians! And I was like, Jesus is back? And they were like, no! There's a website where you can meet thousands of Christian singles for free! And at the end of their commercial, their tagline was, ChristianSingleMatch.com, find God's match for you. hold up, you guys got God to work for your website? That's amazing. He has incredible credentials for this kind of thing, you know? Adam and Eve, I introduced them. Mary and Joseph, not a lot of people thought that was going to work out. Yeah. Now Gabriel tries to take all the credit for that one, but I mean, I was the one who really planted the seed, so. Yeah. Is anyone like running? Has anyone ever run a marathon before? No, we don't like running that much. We're crying out loud. So we run marathons because, like, once upon a time, a guy ran 26.2 miles, 2 marathons to tell them the result of a war. I like to think that we run half marathons in honor of the guy that was running with him, but halfway through was like, forget this. Man, if they want to know who won, they can like meet us halfway, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna keep going? Okay, man. Look, don't kill yourself or anything. And I mean, like, I feel like that guy was the genius, you know, because you get to keep the t-shirt even if you don't finish the race, so I feel like he really came out on top of that situation, you know? I go to BYU. I was on campus the other day, and I saw this guy, and he was on a Razor scooter. He was going like home on a Razor scooter, and I was just like, why on earth are there people traveling on Razor scooters? You know, like those things weren't even cool when they were cool, and that was like 10 years ago, man. What are you doing? Did you forget that was a child's toy and instead mistake it for a legitimate mode of transportation? Even the guy on Heelys is laughing at you right now. What the? And like, the worst thing is it's not even an effective mode of travel. I don't know if you've ever ridden one or can remember when you were 12, but you're like, your leg's tired, you've gone like 20 feet, and you're like, I'm going nowhere. This guy was telling me, he was like, no, I mean, like, they're light. They're easy to carry, they're easy to store. I'm like, so is my Power Wheels, but I don't come to school in it. Mainly because I'm not allowed past the end of the driveway, but regardless, you know, it's just not very cool. It's 2012, guys. Anybody scared for the end of the world? Good, I'm glad. I'm glad no one's scared. You guys know about the Mayan prophecy? I don't believe that Mayan prophecy for several reasons. One of them being that my grandfather told me never trust a Mayan. True story. He didn't even let Mayans do his dry cleaning. But neither did my other grandpa, but that's just because he was a huge racist. But I mean, it's just ridiculous. I'm sick of people like trying to predict the end of the world. I'm even sicker of people trying to predict the second coming. You know, like stop it. All right, you can't do it. Why? God said you couldn't. In the Bible, God says, no one's gonna know when Jesus comes back except for me. So I imagine like, what if God like wanted Jesus to come back on December 21st? But you know, like if he sends him back now, like everyone will be like, ah, see, we knew it. You know? So I just imagine like he's out there trying to schedule the second coming, but he's got to work around everyone else's prediction dates. I imagine this meeting is like, well, what's next? Oh yeah, we can't do the second coming in 2012 anymore. What? Why? The Mayans like just put it on their calendar. What? We had everything set for December 21st. I know, but we gotta find another date, otherwise we're gonna die for it. I hate those Mayans. You should wipe them off the face of the earth. I should, shouldn't I? I should. There was this guy in the 80s though that went around like proving how Jesus was gonna come back in the late 90s. When it didn't happen, everyone was like, well, I guess you were wrong. But I like to imagine that he was right, you know? And then when he gets to heaven, God's gonna be like, hey, no, you, genius, come over here. Yeah, I just want to let you know, I was ready to send Jesus back in 98, and you ruined it. So, technically, everything that happened after then, is your fault, man. The Tom Brady dynasty, that's on you. Because God didn't intend for that to happen. A backup from Michigan to get 3 Super Bowl rings? No, Tom Brady made a deal with the devil. Who happens to be Bill Belichick, so it was very convenient for both of them, you know? But still, thinking about like that, like just like scares me even more, you know? Because I'm like, what if Jesus does come back like a thief in the night, you know? And then just like one day without warning, you wake up and all your stuff is gone. And there's just like a note on your door that says, "Told you so, Jesus." I can't even be mad, he did tell me so. Lock your doors, everyone. That's the moral of the story. Okay, that's my time. Thanks, everybody.